And so to Ranchi, where it will surprise me enormously if India do not wrap up the series 3-0. And this is not just home arrogance speaking. I've been watching South Africa for the last couple of tests, and if ever you want to see a team that's struggling, then you're watching South Africa. And if you ever want to see a team where almost everything they've tried is working, then you've got to look at India. Look at what happened both in Visakhapatnam and now in Pune. In Pune, India played 5 bowlers. Don't normally do that. Most times you play in India, 4 bowlers are good enough. They played 5. Umesh Yadav comes in, he takes 6 wickets. The thing with playing 5 bowlers is it gives you a little bit of a cushion against one bowler having an off day, like Ishant Sharma did in the first innings, and so it becomes a bit of an addiction, really. So I'll be surprised if India go in with anything other than 5, because now it's such an easy way to play. Anytime a bowler's tired, you've got a fresh bowler coming in. The top order's batting so well, you're not missing that number 6 batsman. In any case, Jadeja, Saha, Ashwin, they're all playing that role. So I don't see any changes on that front. Look at India's top order batting. Mayank Agarwal goes and scores another century. He's looking really good, and I'm very happy for Mayank Agarwal. And then Virat Kohli, 10 innings without 100. We said, is he going through a patch? Can you imagine 10 innings? And everyone was worried about whether Virat Kohli is going through a bad patch. He makes 254 not out. What I loved most about that innings was that you could take this innings out, put it into the 70s, and it won't look out of place. There were no fancy shots, no big hitting, no sixes till he got to his 200. 5 out of his 7 doubles, I think, have come without a 6 being hit. So there you are. It's a good traditional old-fashioned batsman. And what it tells you in the context of Ranchi is here's a batsman who's very much back in form. But it wasn't just Mayank Agarwal and Virat Kohli. There were 2 moments in Pune when South Africa had a chance of getting into the game. Once it was Pujara, once it was Rahane. But getting into Ranchi, I suspect they may not get those 2 moments, because Pune was not a typical Indian pitch. There was a bit of grass. The bounce was excellent. In the last innings, Ridhiman Saha was collecting the ball up there, sometimes even higher. They won't get that in Ranchi. I'll be very surprised if they do. So that little moment was when first Pujara and then Rahane blunted South Africa. There's Umesh Yadav, of course, with 6 wickets, who came in handy. But I liked the way that he thanked Ridhiman Saha for 2 of those wickets. Now, I'd mentioned that in Visakhapatnam, Ridhiman Saha looked a little, unsure by his own standards. In Pune, he was magnificent. Where does South Africa go from here? They've got problems with the top order for a start. We're discovering that these SG balls are a little soft, get a little soft after 45 overs, but South Africa are losing so many wickets up front that they're not able to take advantage of that. They've got Markram is struggling at number 2. Tinus de Bruin is struggling at number 3. Temba Bavuma has already gone from number 4. He needs the shelter at number 5 still. So there's too many struggles at the top of the order. And with Keshav Maharaj gone, that's about 40-50 overs gone. I only hope from their point of view that Rabada is not bowled into the dust. So South Africa have a lot of issues. I just wonder in their mind, as they head to Ranchi, whether they're thinking of South Africa. Are they thinking 2-1? Are they thinking we can sneak 40 points in here? Or, as Rabada said in his interviews, that they've been asked far more difficult questions than they can handle. And so my gut feel is they're probably thinking South Africa. They're probably thinking, let's get this done with, let's go home and play on better pitches. But they need to make changes. They don't have the personnel for that. I've been a great admirer of touring South African teams in the past, but I'm afraid this is not a patch on some of the earlier teams. I expect it to turn in Ranchi. We haven't had a single turner yet, by the way. India won on a slow surface in Visakhapatnam and on a nice bouncy surface in Pune. We haven't had a traditional Indian turner. I wouldn't be surprised if we get one in Ranchi, and if we do, it should be 3-0.